Guys, my name is Rage and we are back today with another video guide and walkthrough video for you all. In today's video, we're going to be going through how I'm utilizing a pure Hydra team to go through Doom 2.7. The total team power is going to be about 185,000. I know a lot of players have reached out to me in regards to the fact that they don't have Ebony Maw in their arsenal. So with that being said, that's why I've designed this roster to kind of go through and show you guys which makeup of the characters as well as why they're useful. So first and foremost, you can see our Baron Zemo is going to be our top priority here in terms of getting him as boosted as possible. He's really going to be the bread and butter in terms of getting as much damage as possible against our enemies. In addition to that, he does exceptional damage against minions, and especially with the fact that his ultimate and passive is going to synergize extremely nice with the Hydra team. Next, we do have Red Skull to come join allies here with Baron Zemo, just to be able to add extra value to the Hydra team, with him being able to summon his elite guard and also being able to revive them if they fall as well. As you can see, similar to Baron Zemo, he doesn't have any T4 abilities, but I do have the level 2 ISO 8 healer on there just for Red Skull, just to increase his overall health percentage. Next, we are bringing on the synergize with Baron Zemo. It's going to be Crossbones here. As you can see, no T4s on his abilities, but we do also have the level 2 ISO 8 healer just to increase his overall statistics. And he's really just going to be providing some extra damage, as well as being able to soak some damage up for our team, especially when he can taunt. And it's nice thing about him is that he does an explosion that synergizes extremely well with Baron Zemo. Hydra Scientist, we're bringing him on board because of the fact that he actually has a special of applying the deflect in addition to death proof when needed, as well as a minor heal that can provide some sustainability for our roster. Consistent with the other characters, you can see here also a level 2 ISO 8 healer just to give them an extra oomph in the statistics. And then last but not least, it is going to be Hydra Rifle Trooper here at 24k, the level 2 ISO 8 healer as well. He's just going to be providing some extra damage. And the nice thing about the Rifle Trooper is that whenever he does fall, he actually gains the opportunity to actually attack all enemies, especially with the revive. So that it synergizes extremely nicely with Red Skull, especially with Red Skull being able to revive him thanks to his charges. With that being said, those are the 5 I'm planning to bring on board for this first node in the next stage of Doom Chapter 2-7. With that being said here, you guys, let me just show you the roster placement here. You can see that we do have Crossbones as well as the Scientist on each corner, just because they are the 2 squishiest members on our team. So, you know, putting them in the corner means that there's a likely chance that they get attacked the least. Red Skull's in the middle because I really don't mind if he gets attacked. Really, the key for this is ensuring that Baron Zemo stays alive. He's got the most offensive capabilities out of this team, so that's why it's extremely important. Fortunately, with this node too, I definitely do think this is the easiest one out of the bunch because we start off with all these minions, and you know Baron Zemo's effectiveness only goes higher and higher if there's more minions that we face up against. So I do actually go ahead and use his ultimate on Noble there. Noble has the ability to cleanse, so that's why I'm focusing her first. With her being able to cleanse, you know, some of our negative conditions may not stick, so that's why it's extremely important. Using Red Skull, I do summon the minions there, and you can see right from the beginning, we're just going to go ahead and just keep attacking Noble here. Also keep in mind too, when we get the summoned scientists, it's very important to be mindful of who's weak on our team, because the scientist is able to apply the deflect, death proof, and heal on our weakest target. And ideally, it would be nice if we have it on Baron Zemo, Crossbones, or Red Skull, just with them being the more prominent members of our team. And keep in mind as well, it's okay if our scientist falls because we do have Red Skull's charges to be able to revive him as well. So seeing there's an opportunity for me to use Baron Zemo's special, I decided to use it on the Recree Reaper, just due to the fact that it's kind of a waste of damage if you use that to finish off Noble, right? You can see with Crossbones ultimate, I was able to finish off Noble. That's 2 minions down now, and at this point, when you're just going between there's different cyborgs, the guards again mixed up, and then the Kree Reapers, definitely take down the Kree Reapers first because they have the most damage out of the bunch, and then followed by cyborg. And I would just leave the guards for the very end just because they taunt and generally they don't do that much damage. Cyborg does have an offense up whenever we taunt as well, so just be mindful of that. So going ahead here, we just go ahead, finish off the Kree Reaper. You're going to see at 12 out of 15 enemies, it does actually spawn the next wave. And this is where it's going to get a little messy for some people because of the fact that this Captain Marvel, as well as just having another group of minions here to go through, that's really where it gets problematic. But the key target is definitely Captain Marvel. So just be mindful of her. You can go ahead and finish off anybody that's weak as well, but I like to utilize my damage to the utmost. So seeing now Crossbone is weaker, I do go ahead and use the deflect on him just to heal him up. But you can see how powerful Captain Marvel is. Hopefully she lands her ultimate on either Baron Zemo or Red Skull, because they are the tankiest of our team, and we really want them to kind of be taking some damage if we can. Or otherwise maybe Scientist, just because he can be revived as well. So unfortunately, when they do taunt, we don't really have a choice here. So we just bide our time, try to heal up if we can, and really just try to wait until the taunt actually lifts, and then we'll go ahead and resume actually taking out. You can see that Crossbones does unfortunately fall, but with that timing, however, we do have Red Skull special again to summon more minions, and this is really where the success of this team comes from, because of the fact that, you know, we can keep still bringing on additional targets for our team, right? So I am going to go ahead now and just start attacking Captain Marvel here. I do recommend taking her down ASAP, just because she has the most offensive capability out of this wave, and taking her out just is going to give you a lot of comfort knowing that at least her highest damage dealer is out of the table. So you can see she's also very, very fast, so that's why it's important. Fortunately, she is quite squishy, but it gets a little problematic in the sense that you can see that we do have a couple of minions here. But again, Baron Zemo applies that disruption thanks to his charge, and that's why it's so nice to have him on the team, because he really does make it very possible, even with this low of a power of a team. So at this point, because of these 4 right now being left before the next wave, I do go ahead and just kind of allocate damage accordingly. A couple of reasons why I'm doing this. You know, first of all, I don't want the next wave to come yet. Second of all, I want to kind of waste more turns in terms of getting more energy back from my guys, especially the key one being Red Skull. You know, if we can get him to have his special back up again, you bet we're going to summon more minions for our allies to be able to utilize, right? So that's why I'm not just going ahead and just finishing them off one by one. I'm allocating damage accordingly, just kind of to buy more time here, and you bet we're going to utilize Red Skull's special once again once it gets to his turn. So when you don't have a choice at that point, you just go ahead and just finish him off now. And then again, Red Skull with the special, absolutely crucial. The more minions we build up, the more prepared and ready we are for the next wave. So once you can get to this point, go ahead and finish it off, and you're going to see that we have 5 more enemies coming. And the really big one is just being able to finish off Ronan here. He's really a big cluster here because he has the strongest abilities. He's the tankiest as well. He can also summon more minions on their side. So he's really the one I would recommend taking down first in this initial wave, especially if you haven't utilized Red Skull's ultimate, like you just saw me using right there, just to maximize that potency. And once again, Baron Zemo coming in with that additional disruption and damage. Very key piece. Red Skull and Baron Zemo are definitely the key reasons why you are able to do this, especially if you don't have the Black Order or Ebony Maw on your team. With Ronan down officially, you can see now we can go ahead and just start taking down the Nobles. Again, because of the fact that they can cleanse, I don't like them being on the board. Additionally, Nobles are quite squishy compared to the Guards and the Cyborgs, so that's also why it's just a more efficient approach when you can clean up the board like that. So at this point, I'm really just going ahead and finishing them off. I don't think, if you can get to this last wave with those 5, I don't think you guys will have a hard time. It's really that middle wave with Captain Marvel and Korath kind of getting in your way in terms of them being able to finish you off, especially with their potency and damage. But you can see that if we focus Captain Marvel from the beginning, it's not an issue whatsoever. And then Red Skull here just swarming the board here with his minions, and that's absolutely key, and synergizing extremely well with Baron Zemo. So really the tag team duo here making these nodes quite feasible and powerful. We're just gonna go ahead now and just finish off this last minion. But again, not the ideal approach, because I know a lot of players you know, built up the Black Order or trying to get them, but definitely if you guys have less resources or just don't have the time to actually find those characters, the Hydra team is a very feasible strategy to get through these guys. And especially with Baron Zemo now being available in the raid store, you know, it's very beginner friendly when you guys are going through and pushing through the Doom Chapter 2. So with that being said, you guys, hope this video was able to help. Hope you guys are able to push forward. You bet I'm going to be making future videos for the next 2 nodes of 2.8 and as well as 2.9, ultimately unlocking Proxima Midnight. So thank you as always, you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.